Hello, Kencho Jim here. I'm just going to show you something about my Samebike Lo26. By the way, the reason I'm wearing this collar is because about 7 weeks ago, nearly 8 weeks ago, I had an accident breaking my second vertebrae. It's not the bike's fault in any way. It was an error of my judgment going down the hill, which you'll see in the actual video footage of the crash. But what happened was, in the crash, part of the bike got damaged, not drastically, but enough that I had to make some adjustments. And when I was at it, I thought, well, I'll make a few more adjustments, and I'm just going to show you what I did. The two gear shifters, which you can see here, they're Shimano, they were both scraped badly. Hopefully I've got a picture to show you as well of them. They were both scraped really badly, so I replaced them. The hardest bit was I had to put the cables back in, but no big loss. Also, whilst replacing this handlebar, because I've replaced the handlebar to make it wider for two reasons. One, for to make it lighter. Whether that's I've achieved that, I'm not 100%, because I didn't weigh them, but it does appear to be lighter because it's aluminium. It's got more room on it now, whereas the handlebars before were smaller. So whilst replacing that, I had a little bit of a mishap. When I took one of these brakes off, it actually broke, and I did repair it, but I didn't feel safe, so I had to order some more brakes. And the hardest bit is that in these brakes here, if you look closely, they've got a sensor there which goes all the way into the frame itself. Now, I managed to get around it without having to rewire completely and just put these on. The idea of these sensors is that whichever brake, left or right, excuse me, when you pull them, it will cut the motor out because it's an electric bike. Now, excuse me, I'm just losing my voice a little bit. The other bit I replaced was the wheels, because the front wheel got slightly damaged. When spinning it, it was definitely out of line. So I put a carbon fibre replacement. Now, I had to buy a pair, which was quite expensive, but not drastic. I think it was about £125, but I didn't need the back one. So what I done was took the stickers off the other one and put them on, you know, both of these, because what I'd done was the carbon fibre one, that one was already as it is, but this one here, I put the stickers on to match that one. And the reason they don't replace this one is because this is where the motor is. I replaced the pedals, although they got damaged, they weren't damaged enough to worry about, but I did notice the original ones didn't have non-slip, so these are non-slip. I've not tried them out yet. And I put these little bits on here just as a sort of a decoration. I put the mud guards on, obviously they came with the bike, they weren't on originally. And around this side, just a silly little thing. This is a RockShox cover. It's a chain guard to protect it rubbing against the frame because of the juddering. Other than that, I think the only other thing I replaced was the saddle. So the bike's been refurbed and brought up to sort of like standards that I want. Not necessarily, there was nothing wrong with the standards of the bike originally, but I upgraded it. The one thing I was going to upgrade was this, and that is the body shock, the spring. I chose not to because if I put an air one in, which I was going to order, it requires a lot of maintenance, and also sometimes these are made for the size of the frame, and I kind of done a bit of research, and the research was leave it alone. Basically, the whole bike's had a complete overhaul, so I'm happy. And if I do cycle on this bike again very soon, which I will be, I'm sure, I want to make sure that everything is, you know, very safe for me. The bike originally was fine. It was you know, my error, so nothing wrong with the bike, but that's an upgraded Samebike. Kencho out. And this is what the bike looked like originally before I just showed you a moment ago. You notice the wheels were slightly different, and tyres as well, which I forgot to mention. Anyway, here's the accident. Oh. Oh, and of course this is how I ended up in hospital with a broken vertebrae. But never mind, I'm now on the mend. Thank you for watching.